to make a lime yogurt cake with rose water and pistachios. And this is quite Middle Eastern in inspiration, from the fragrant, beautiful, fresh flavours of the rose water, lime zest, and there's a little bit of a tang from some natural yogurt too. First of all, I'm going to sift 225 grams of self-raising flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay, I'm going to add in 75 grams of ground almonds and 100 grams of caster sugar. A little pinch of salt in here would be good too. And I'll just mix that around. Now I need to mix up the wet ingredients. So I've got 2 eggs, 1 and 2. Whisk the eggs. There we go. And add in a generous tablespoon of honey. And some yogurt. I've got 250 mils of natural yogurt. The yogurt gives this cake a gorgeous little tang once it's cooked, and a really lovely moistness that you're getting from the oil, the yogurt and the ground almonds. I'm also going to add in the grated zest of 1 lime, and I need the juice for the syrup later. And this lovely subtle lime flavour just comes through when the cake is cooked. And also some oil, 150 mils of a tasteless oil. There we go. So all I need to do is mix up the wet ingredients, like that. And then add in the dry ingredients. I can put the dry ingredients into the wet or the other way around, it doesn't really matter. And mix it all together. The oven is preheated to 180 degrees, and I have a tin. This is a 20 centimetre cake tin, which is 8 inches. And it's been lined with a disc of paper at the base and buttered around the edges. Okay, once the cake has been mixed together like this, pour it into the tin. You can see all the lovely green specks of lime zest through the cake. It smells so lovely, it's really fresh and zesty. So just spread the mixture in the tin and that's it, pop it into the preheated oven to cook, 180 degrees. This will take anywhere from about 30 to 40 minutes to cook, until a skewer inserted into the centre comes out just about clean, and it'll be nice and deep golden on top. So about 35 minutes later, the cake is actually cooked. Stick a skewer in. Lovely, great. While the cake is cooling, I'm going to make the syrup. And this is a gorgeous lime rose water syrup. First of all, I need sugar and water. I've got 100 grams of sugar and 150 mils of water. So pop them into a little saucepan together. Turn on the heat. And stir the sugar in the water until it dissolves. Then bring it up to the boil. And boil it for about 5 minutes until it just reduces down, practically by half. It just needs to be a little bit thick and syrupy. Just while I'm waiting for that to boil, I'm going to cut the lime in half, from which I've already squeezed the zest and squeezed the juice from the lime. I'm going to add the lime juice into the syrup in a few minutes. Great! The syrup at this stage, after boiling for about 4 or 5 minutes, has reduced down a little bit and it's thickened. I'm going to add in the juice of the lime and just allow it to boil for about 2 more minutes. Once it's boiled for another couple of minutes with the lime juice in it, then take it off the heat, pour it into a bowl, and allow the syrup to cool. Now that the lime syrup has cooled, I'm going to add in a tablespoon or 2 of rose water. Give it a little taste. That's delicious. Do this while the cake is still a little bit warm or even at room temperature. I find if you do this when the cake is too hot, it actually just gets too moist. Carefully, just spoon the syrup over the warm cake, and the lime rose water sweet flavour just soaks into the cake really beautifully. Try, if you can, and do this about half an hour or an hour before serving the cake, and the syrup has time just to soak in gently. There. Scatter the top with some pistachios, unsalted pistachios, and then serve this with the pistachio nuts on the side, and some thick, lovely natural yogurt. So there is a gorgeous lime yogurt cake with pistachios and a lime and rosewater syrup.